Hi, I'm the lockpicking cuber, and in this video I'm going to explain why my two hobbies, lockpicking and Rubik's cubes, are actually more similar to each other than you might think. To be more precise, I should probably call them lock sport and speed solving or cubing or twisty puzzle collecting, but whatever I call them, I'm sure you know what I mean. And if not, you will by the end of this video. I've been speed cubing since 2013, and I only got seriously into lockpicking this year. But for me, both of these hobbies followed the same pattern. I was obsessed with them as a kid, but never had the resources or patience or self-belief to really get into them. And then, much later in life as an adult, I rediscovered them and realised that, well, even I could do these seemingly impossible things. I'm aiming this video at three groups of people. First, the lock sport community, to encourage them to get into solving Rubik's cubes. It's easier to get into than you think. Second, the cubing community, to encourage them to get into lockpicking. It's so much fun. Third, I'm hoping to encourage people who aren't in the cubing or lock sport communities to join one of them. You really should, they're both awesome. So, I guess I'm aiming this video at three groups of people who, between them, cover the entire world. You're not really supposed to do that, are you? Oh well. Anyway, on to the list. I have identified 5 similarities and 5 differences between lockpicking and cubing. Similarity number 1. Both are about solving addictive puzzles. It's about competing with yourself or competing against the manufacturer of some devilish puzzle. Which brings me to the first difference. Rubik's cubes and other twisty puzzles are designed with a solution in mind. Their creators want you to solve them and to get pleasure from solving them. Lock designers have the exact opposite intent. They want to design a lock that no one can pick. Similarity number 2. Both can be learned surprisingly quickly. There are YouTube videos and online guides galore showing you in great detail how to solve a Rubik's cube and how to pick locks. The difference number 2, is that learning to pick a lock is quite a bit simpler than learning to solve a Rubik's cube. I'd say you could go from a complete beginner to picking your first lock in just a few minutes, but it takes hours or days or weeks or years in my case to be able to solve a Rubik's cube. Similarity number 3. Both require a combination of finger dexterity and logic and understanding of the physical nature of the puzzle. Neither puzzle is purely logical and neither is purely physical, and I think it's that combination that makes both such appealing and enduring hobbies. Even if you know the theory perfectly, whether it's for solving cubes or picking locks, you still need to practice to keep getting better. But this leads on to difference number 3. With cubing, there is almost a single source of truth for world records, continental records and national records. This is the World Cube Association. There are world championships and national championships and official local competitions, or at least there were before COVID. There's still a few, but not many at the moment. For lockpicking, there are competitions, but it's very hard to have a meaningful set of world records or national records, and there isn't really a single body that tracks such things unless you count Guinness. Similarity number 4. Both can be expensive. I hesitate to think how much I've spent building up my collection of cubes, cuboids, dodecahedra, icosahedra, octahedra, well, octahedron in this case, tetrahedra, spheres, and other weird 3D shaped puzzles over the years. And as with locks, some are very cheap and some can be much more expensive, but here's difference number 4. It can be a lot cheaper to break into cubing. To become a world-class cuber, you theoretically just need a single cube and perhaps some lube. Yes, we lubricate our cubes to make them move more smoothly and quickly. With lock sport, of course, there are ways to get going very cheaply or even for free, but ultimately, if you want to take it seriously, you need a lot of kit. Finally, similarity number 5. You can practice anywhere, anytime. It's not like surfing or parachuting. You can take a cube or a lock and a pick on a train with you. You can practice while you're watching TV, or you can practice while you wait in a queue at the supermarket. The big final difference is that with lockpicking you have to be very aware of the legality of what you're doing. You can't pick locks that don't belong to you, and it's best not to pick locks that are in use, as it's very possible to damage a lock while trying to pick it. With cubing, there aren't any such restrictions. Okay, that's it. If you're not already a cuber, I hope this might tempt you to get started, and likewise, if you've never picked a lock, why not pick up a cheap lockpicking set and a practice lock and have a go? I promise you won't be disappointed. And actually, this is one bonus similarity between lock sport and cubing. The communities of people are amazing. I've made lots of friends in the cubing world over the years, and from what I've seen of the lock sport world so far, it's similarly warm, welcoming, and encouraging. If you've enjoyed this video, please do click on the like button and subscribe. In the next few months, I'm planning a set of tutorial videos for both lockpicking and cubing, starting from absolute beginners. So subscribing now will mean you get alerted when those become available. Thank you so much for watching.